staff's focus on that part of the game, how much they put into special teams on a daily basis?
I mean, special teams is treated here like offense and defense. I know while doing special teams, you just working on stuff you'll do. Well, for me specifically, stuff I do at DB. So just working that on special teams, and is very emphasized here, and is a major key to be successful as a football team. You know, doing the right things on special teams, because some people might take it as a joke, some people might play around, but that's where you get the little edge, and that's where you got to be at your best.
Next will be Irish Lafell from Warcamp.
Hey, Cyrus. You older guys have been through, a lot of change throughout your careers at Florida State.
Yes, sir.
Going through different coordinators and position coaches. What was it like finding out you were going to have a new defensive staff again, new scheme, and how long did it take for you to buy into what these coaches were selling?
I mean, playing football is playing football, and then, you feel me, God just put me in this position just to do what I came to Florida State to do. You know, it ain't about who coach you. It's not 2 years for you. So they trying to tell me something that's for me to be the best me. So these coaches always harp on big stuff and just push you to the limit every day, trying to get the best out you, because they know what you can be and what they want you to be.
Next will be Perry from Tomahawk Nation.
Hey Cyrus, how's it going?
How you doing?
Not too bad, thanks for asking. We got to talk to Nico a couple weeks ago, and we just brought up the whole fact that she's on already. The fact that you guys are Daytona kids. You had AJ there last year. What's it like to kind of have like that Daytona pipeline going?
It's a great feeling to know you can play with somebody you grew up with. Me and Miko grew up playing Pop Warner together, went to high school together, and then we just always knew of each other, and we always had that bond to where if it was something I did wrong, he'll let me know, and if it was something he did wrong, he'll want to figure out what he did wrong, so I'll let him know. So that's just a great feeling, to come to Florida State, play with AJ, and then finish it off with Miko. It's a blessing. I don't even know how to explain it. Great feeling.
Next question will be Gene Williams from Warcamp.
Good afternoon, Cyrus.
Good afternoon.
Hey, I want to ask you, obviously the last couple of seasons, the secondary didn't live up to what your own expectations, and I think, you have a lot, obviously there's a lot of talent there too.
Yes, sir.
What are you seeing this year? What are the differences that you're seeing in practice as opposed to the last couple of seasons back there?
It's way more depth now. We got guys everywhere. We got groups. We got packages. We got everything for you. We a group. So like I said with Miko, basically it's the same thing with the DBs. If somebody mess up, somebody's gonna get held accountable for messing up, and they're gonna be held to a standard. And that's one standard in no way. Nobody getting left behind. We need to move forward. We're trying to be the best team in the nation. So as a secondary, we know that everything falls on us. You feel me? The D-line got the linebackers got us. Behind us is nobody. The end zone. So you feel me? We got to hold our backs against the wall and do what we got to do every day in practice, and do what we got to do every day in the game, just so we can be successful as a group and just take off like from there.
Next question will be Kurt Wilder from Tallahassee Democrat.
Hey, Cyrus, we talked about a little. We've heard a lot about how talented, how competitive this secondary has been during preseason. I guess how much fun is it being a part of a group like that, where you got so many guys capable of I would say, taking on starting roles?
I mean, it's a great feeling just to see what different guys do. As a player, you want to watch when somebody else in, you want to watch and see what he does to be successful. So if I'm not in at the moment, I'm going to watch the other safeties to see what they do, to see if they're doing the right thing, and if they're doing the right thing, see how they be successful with the right thing. If they did something wrong, to let them know, like, oh, if you do this, move this certain way, you can do it right. So just to take parts from my teammates' game and try to contribute to my game, and we just all bonding like this, just so we know that we the best in the nation, just to be the best.
Next will be Aslan Hojabandi from Warcamp.
Cyrus, that bowl game, the last one you guys played, was a long time ago. The whole world's changed, but there just seemed to be something different about the way you guys played that day. Was there a mentality or anything that you guys have sort of tapped into from that game that carried on, an aggressiveness or anything this preseason?
Just not going back. We done been at the worst. I know for me, specifically, my 4 years here, we've been down. So we know what the bottom felt like. We trying to reach the top. So the stuff that we was doing and that we was like going through, it wasn't working. So now we see change and we physically see it and we mentally see it. It's all in the mind, you know. We teach ourselves to be mentally strong, you know, because if you're mentally strong, nobody can break you for real. So we want to stay strong in the mind and don't let our mind play games on us, because the mind will trick you quick. And you always want to battle yourself, you know. Wake up in the morning with a purpose. Wake up trying to be the best, you know. You the only person that can stop you is what we say for real. So we knowing that as a core, if we all come up with our best attitude and we work together, the sky's the limit for real.
Go back to Ira one more time.
Hey, Cyrus, going back to special teams, and you mentioned how they showed you guys how important it is. How have they gotten that across? Is it just how much time they spend on it, or the way they teach it, or how did they get that message across to you guys how important special teams is going to be?
Oh, I think the very first time it got across is when we actually seen it in a live play on offense and defense. When we actually seen the technique that we use from special teams working on offense and defense. You know, as a player, you feel me, like, you don't want to just be doing stuff to do it. So when we seen say we do short choppy steps, when you come up and make a tackle and you take short choppy steps, you know, you can redirect and change and be able to move with the ball carrier. So if he give you one of the moves, like, you can react to him and be able to change direction, as we say. So, like, that's when I think it really clicked with us as a team, because as a team we seen it working. Like, wow, that's really working. So we need to emphasize working on it so we can be the best on defense, on offense, and on special teams, because special teams is a big part of football. It ain't just offense and defense. Like, that's where all the hidden yards at, you know.